Where do you find your unique inflatable decorations?
I do have an impressive inflatable collection. I like to specifically search on Amazon the phrase weird Christmas inflatables. That'll take you down a rabbit hole that will produce some interesting results.
Is your house just like covered in inflatables string?
I have 51. I keep them on a spreadsheet. It's a thing because I have to keep track of the amps and how many I can plug into different plugs. And last year we had an electrician actually install a separate circuit for my inflatables because it was becoming a problem. I'm Lindsey Telg, and I am a clinical assistant professor in the Department of Occupational Therapy.
Cold or hot?
Cold.
Peanut butter or jelly?
Ooh, peanut butter.
What are your favorite Disney characters?
The Inside Out characters. That's not that hard. Yeah. Totally them.
Do you have a favorite emotion?
I love sadness. I think she's really funny. But sadness and joy together are really great.
Okay, who's your favorite Smurf?
The only name I can think of is Papa Smurf. I don't know if I know any other Smurf names.
There's like 20 different Smurfs.
I clearly need to up my Smurf game.
So part of your repertoire includes being an embroiderer, an oil painter, a cross-stitcher, and a dollhouse builder. What do the arts mean to you?
I feel like first I should specify not all at the same time. They're all things I like to pick up. So a lot of those hobbies are like, I get interested in something and I just want to learn more about it and explore it. And I think when you have a chance to do that, you kind of build an appreciation for the beauty of that thing and the effort and the work that goes into it. All of those things require you to slow down and really pay attention to what you're doing, which is a wonderful way to block out the noise of the world.
So you started the OT Equal Access Clinic during your master's program at UF. Could you tell me a little bit about the story behind it and what motivated you in the early beginning of the EAC?
I wonder if Dr. Morehouse even remembers this, but a million years ago, there was a grant program in PHHP for students to do projects that were collaborative between different disciplines or different parts of the college and departments. I worked with a student, her name was Corinne, and she was a public health student. And Dr. Morehouse must have been the one that maybe administered the grant or was in charge of it. The original project was a needs assessment for OT services in Alachua County, and we pretty quickly learned there wasn't anything. There were no free services, there were no places to go if you ran out of your insurance visits. A lot of the local practices would make an effort to continue seeing people, but there's just a limit to what they could offer. And so we started off really small, once a month in the Main Street clinic at the primary care clinic with the main EAC. I was in charge for about 3 years after that, and then it got passed on to other people, and it's grown and become this amazing thing that meets every single week and sees hundreds of patients and continues to grow. So,
what's your favorite course or lesson to teach?
I think my favorite thing is that I teach such different courses, so I get to really access different parts of my brain. I really love anatomy, and the brachial plexus week is my favorite, even though it strikes fear in the hearts of many. The foundations course that I teach for our first semester OT students, actually just taught it yesterday. The lesson on therapeutic use of self is such a fun lecture. We work on writing our little short stories about ourselves as an attempt to try to understand who we are. It's wonderful to hear the little micro snippets of their journey that brought them here.
Okay, so this is from a student.
Okay.
They didn't have a question for you, but wanted to say that you're the best, and we all come to you for advice because you create such a safe space. What inspires you to just be like a safe space for students?
I think it's partially being an occupational therapist, and I don't think I'm the only one in our department that does that. I think it's just part of being an OT in a lot of ways, or a healthcare professional even more broadly. We just understand that people come from different places and are going through different things and have different learning challenges. And we all, I think, enjoy that little puzzle of what do I have to adapt or change or modify to help this person succeed. Yeah, I think it's just sort of ingrained in our training and in who we are.
So what advice do you have for freshmen looking to get into OT?
Oh, good question. Start shadowing. OT is so broad, and there are so many different things that you can do. So even if you can't get into a clinic to shadow right away, just Googling OT stories and watching things on YouTube will give you such a good perspective on what this field is. I love when students come in knowing a little bit about some of the more interesting, different, out-of-the-box things that we do as OTs.
What would you tell current OT students? What advice would you give them?
Stay open. There's just so many things to fall in love with in OT. You experience one thing you really love, but you get the opportunity on field work and in the coursework to see new things, and you might just find something else you love even more, or in addition.
All right, well, is there anything else that you want to add? Anything you want to promote while you're in the hammock?
I don't think so. I think it's been fun. I've learned I don't know anything about Smurfs, so that's interesting. I'm gonna have to go study some Smurf
We'll quit
information, and we'll see. Yeah, we'll come back in a year and see if I know any more Smurf names.
We'll come back next.
Okay, perfect.
All right, well, thank you, Dr. Telg.
Thank you for having me.